Welcome back, chemistry fans. Today, I got to do a supplementary problem because I didn't include this in the original one. So let's jump right into this homework here. It's got to do with what we did last time, which is adding a piece of metal, a hot piece of metal, into cool water. And we got to figure out where all the heat goes. So we got to calculate that one. So here we go with this problem. So the key for this is that you must remember heat in equals negative. That negative is so important. And it's not just there saying, oh, it means it loses heat. No, it's a negative value that must be distributed to all of the values that are inside of that heat equation. Speaking of which, heat is mass times specific heat times the change of temperature, which is final minus start, equals negative mass times specific heat times change of temperature. So we are given the mass. Oh, by the way, we must figure out who is got the heat and who is losing the heat. So the heat is going to the water. So the water is gaining all of the heat. The metal is going to lose all of the heat. So the water has 100 milliliters, which is the same as 100 grams. The specific heat of water is 4.18. The water initially started out at 23.7. It ended at 27.8 degrees. Now, for the mass of the metal was 59.047. We do not know the specific heat. That's what we're looking for. The temperature change is starting off at 100 degrees, and it also ended at 27.8. They both end at the exact same temperature. All right, so now it's just simplification. Oh, and by the way, more important, we got to keep that negative there. So what we're going to do is 100 times 4.18 times the difference of 27.8 minus 23.7. And all of that equals out to be 1713.8 equals 59.047 times the difference of 27.8 minus 100. And that is negative. Well, then a negative times a negative would make this one into a positive 4263.1934 times C. So we're going to divide both sides by this 4,263.19. So I've got 1713.8 divided by that answer, and you end up with 0.402 as your specific heat. All right. Thank you very much for your time. I will talk with you again soon. Farewell.